Welcome back to Win in the Wild session 48. We are so very close to session 50. Assuming you all don't die in the Forest of Woe. It is called that for a reason. I don't even think I told you what the forest was called.
Spoiler alert, we're gonna come up to some dude on the road and it's gonna be like, whoa, and then we'll die.
Let's say, whoa.
See, anything you say today, Avery, could just be an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, it's the Knights of Knee, but just whoa.
That is true. It is April 1st.
We're gonna get to the end of the session.
Named Nelly.
Oh God.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to the end of the session, and you're gonna say you wake up back in your prison cell.
Yeah, it was all a dream. Alrighty.
Just a dream.
Cool. Well, yeah, Sean, why don't you kick us off with a little recap?
Alrighty. 47. As the party ascended in the elevator, they remembered the letter they had stolen from Odegaard's desk. It contained a warning for Odegaard to stay in his lane. Extraplanar magic was for Ariazel's eyes only. In a postscript, Ariazel had also hinted that he was aware of the existence of psionic gems capable of reversing memory effects. Upon reaching the top, the party was witness to an uncomfortable family reunion. Thydia, still resentful of her father's sins, refused to forgive him and passed on. With his curse now broken, Cedric was no longer bound to this plane. Horace, seizing the opportunity, allowed Ball to take the fallen king to hell. The crown's magic then whisked the party up the minecart tracks, out of the belly of the mountain to the outskirts of Burukran, a secluded halfling village whose specialty was its magical jewelry. The village remained hidden from the world, as a strict policy ensured their visitors, aside from druids who escorted enterprising halflings, could not leave without any memory of its existence. To avoid suspicion, the party claimed to be guests of the late Hammerholder family. However, the halflings were skeptical, and as they had no knowledge of any big folk visiting, and the Hammerholders hadn't been seen in half-century. Stopping by Tipsy's Tavern for ale and whiskey, the party eventually met with the village elder, Phelan Forgebrook. After much discussion, they decided to part with the crown. In exchange, Phelan agreed to share both the story of Burukran's origin and all he knew about Melchior's memory magic. Realizing that they would soon be forced to forget everything, the party debated how they might escape the village with their memories intact. During this time, they were approached by a young halfling boy who had earlier screamed in fear upon seeing them. They then spent an inordinate amount of time trying to convince Beppo to join their adventure, ensuring, of course, that he had his mother's permission, and 200 gold paid in 2 installments. That was the one. We did take some time convincing Beppo. I guess it blended into us convincing him and also us trying to figure out how to leave the village.
Right, yeah.
Exploring the village further, the party browsed Gavin's shop, who turned out to be horrible. Almyre found a new friend in Franklin, an enchanter working in the jewelry workshop, and they engaged in some friendly banter with Greedo, who, as it turned out, was Beppo's older brother. Eventually, the party was locked in the barracks, where Phelan arrived to reveal the history they had sought. Hundreds, not thousands, of years ago, Melchior rose to power after constructing a tower in the heart of the continent. Strangely, all the major city-states had agreed to his rule under surprisingly favorable terms. A dark power seemed to grant him unnatural influence over these leaders. The halfling quickly realized that this power was rooted in the memory magic, and were able to shield themselves against it, founding Burukran in alliance with the dwarves. The Lightwatch Tower, they learned, serves as a relay for this memory-altering magic, which originates from Lucivatus Tower, the shining jewel of the Empire's capital. If the party remained cooperative, Phelan promised to provide them with a small charm that could resist modified memory magic. However, his people lacked the ability to undo the enchantment entirely. The party chose to keep their knowledge of the psionic gems a secret. Before leaving, Phelan issued a warning. I hope you don't think of trying anything.
And that's where we are now. Yeah, so saying that, bit of a warning, Phelan does give a little bit of a chuckle, and he walks out of the barracks, and replacing him is one more guard. And when guard walks up to you, he makes sure that the cages the jail door is locked, and he says, just do my job, making sure you're not going to escape. I know you're not thinking of trying anything, so, I'll just keep an eye on you all night. But, feel free to rest your heads. Sorry, it's not the greatest of accommodations, but, we do what we can for you big folk.
Right, we would never try to escape. And I'll look over at Jeatz and do like a really exaggerated little wink like that.
So with that, there is just one guard who sets up a chair by this kind of doorway that you can see out of, but the other two, you cannot see them, but you would presume them to be in sort of the more atrium area from earlier that I described last session. And you can hear them like quietly talking to themselves.
Open out there.
So they're in a different room?
Two of them are in a different room. The other one is in a chair by the door. And he kind of chimes into conversation with the other two.
Okay.
So, So basically, our choices are to escape tonight and keep our memory of this place, or let them delete whatever they say they're going to delete, but they get to guide us through the woods.
How close is this guard? That's
He's about 10 feet away. So if you whisper really quietly,
yeah, I'm assuming I'm whispering quietly enough.
Yeah, I think those are two options. Whatever we do, whatever option we take, we need to make sure we leave with Beppo. I write on my notes, get Beppo.
Just get Beppo. That's it.
So I remember it in case we get Beppo the halfling boy.
So I guess the question is now, like, is it worth remembering this?
Yes, that's my question. Like, is really? I'm torn between it really isn't that memorable of a town, so like it won't be that bad if we forget it. But it's just also more of the principle. Like, what else are they going to delete?
Yeah, do we know if they're going to delete everything? Will we forget kind of everything that happened in that town and just remember leaving the cave from the dwarf
right
area?
So the way that
are we also forgetting like everything that he said?
Well, the point of you writing it down is that you'll remember the information that you exchanged for the crown, but Phelan said it would be like you just found yourself in the forest after coming up from the Dwarven Halls.
Okay. To me, it's, I guess, worth knowing. I mean, I have it written down, so it'll be a little confusing, I guess, that we'll have this information. I also write down left a magical town outside of the caves. You forgot everything. This is what you learned on my notes. Just so I have some context for myself.
Roll me an insight check.
That is a 15.
Okay, with a 15, you reckon that anything specific about the town, they're going to vet what you have written down. You're almost certain that they're going to search you.
I guess I want to like try to hide one. Like I'll have one obvious note, and then last time at the end I said I would make a copy, and I want to hide that.
Okay.
I want to shove it up my butt.
Wasn't that paper?
I don't think
wasn't that paper white when you started?
I'll slip it in like I don't know, like a cuff of the seam of like my cloak or something.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and taking device. If you want to go ahead and do that now, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Okay, that's 18.
Okay, so I will write that down, and then as the guards search you, they'll roll an opposing check. Okay. And this is the copy of what you made two. You're basically making two copies, right?
Yeah, I don't write down get Beppo or about the kind of the town to remind myself on the original one. That's just what he told us. The one with the extra notes are.
Okay. All right. So 18 sleight of hand. Divide. Extra notes. And obviously meta, of course. If it does turn out that you guys forgot stuff, I mean, y'all will be good about it, I know. But I'll say that the extra stuff that you wrote down in your notes would be sufficient enough for you to understand, because like you said, the village itself is not really memorable. The more important aspect is Beppo, of course. You don't want to forget him. But also the information just in general, so it's important that you leave with that intact. Okay.
I take what spell do I have? I'm gonna do something ridiculous.
I guess can I also add, maybe I'll add some sort of small rock where I put it in, because I guess if I left the town I wouldn't really remember I put it in my jacket. So I guess putting in something that I feels uncomfortable to where I would know what is this?
That you put it there?
Yeah.
Well, I can hide a little note in my collar, and then if I find my note, it'll remind me to find your note in your collar.
You're genius. You're genius. Okay.
Avery, I don't know if you'll allow this.
Wait, you gotta ask for me to know.
I look at Horace and Almyre and I go, okay, this is not ideal, obviously, but if somebody wants to carve a message into my back, I can then shape change into the form I was before that was carved in my back. And then when we leave, I still would remember to change back and know that we had a message.
But you change. You put in your back to look at inside inside Glitter's armor, which will then lead to my note.
Right, but how? Never mind. How would I know to change back into my other form?
I don't know. I think it just happens. Oh, maybe I don't know. If you change into someone, do you kind of in the back of your head know that you're not in your current form?
I don't know. That's a great question.
When you know that's not your natural form?
I mean, I would say that I feel like changelings as a whole would probably have a form that they're comfortable in.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense?
I mean, I think if you spend a certain amount of time in a form, it becomes your default.
Right.
So,
if you did carve a message into Jeatz's back, because Jeatz has such control over what he looks like, I don't think the message would come back if he changed back into...
Well, what I'd do is then shape change back into the person I was when it was cut into my back, which means it would be there.
But if you forget this moment, then you wouldn't know what that message was.
Right. Right. I saw the flaw in my plan as I got 90% of the way through it. Yeah.
Glitter has a note that says check Horace, and Horace has a note that says check Jeatz back.
Which also then loops back to me.
Jeatz has nothing at all.
Okay, I think we keep with Glitter having something to remind me if I forget and don't notice. So I guess we can escape and run out.
I carve Beppo into my arm. I do not shape change.
We all get a stick and poke tattoo. This is Beppo.
Yeah, they can make our minds go. They can make us forget, but they can't. They're not going to heal scars.
We may forget this town, but we won't forget Beppo. I guess if we leave, we won't get that modified memory, or a charm to resist modified memory. So that's our risk.
Wait, that's what we want. We
don't get that, and that could be a hindrance later on. But if we want to make sure we remember everything, then I guess we can see about the guard.
Did you say the guard?
I whispered it.
He said, "The guard."
My God! I wink at him.
Hey, y'all being awfully chatty in there.
Yeah, I think. Well, wait. Are we not allowed to talk to each other? I thought we weren't like in prison. We just
No, you can. I'm just
don't know
being,
you,
you're
and
just being chatty.
We're just flirting over here, and we didn't.
Do you want to join our? Is it suspicious to talk to your friends? What happens in this village?
You're whispering to one another.
Do you have any friends?
We're allowed to talk to each other in a way that we don't want other people to hear. I don't want people.
I feel excluded from the conversation.
Well, you can be a part of the conversation if you want, I guess. Can we? I don't know you the same way I know these guys. Like, this is not. I'm no stranger lately to being imprisoned, and these lovely fellows have been super helpful in that problem. And so I feel like I can share with them some more intimate details. But I'm more than fine with taking some time to get to know you. It's honestly disappointing to know that we might do that and then just not know each other after tomorrow. But if you're willing to put in the effort, I'll put in the effort.
Like, if you want to join us, all you have to do is get a Beppo stick and poke tattoo.
Why would you want to get Beppo's name I'm just what? Why
would I not want Beppo's name?
You guys should do that.
So strange
He's
to
talking
me.
about wanting to be involved in our group, and he just won't do that.
You would have to excuse
With a
my
tattoo?
companions. We're not as creepy as it sounds.
That's
It
the
can be
entry
somewhere-
fee to
it
your
can
little
be somewhere.
click. It's a stick and poke of
I mean-
of a little kid's name. That's kind of messed up.
I mean, you don't want to be this cool. I hold up, it's just bleeding.
Listen, it's important that you understand that we had the nickname, the tattoo, before we met some child.
Yeah.
This is
Then why
pure
is he
coincidence.
bleeding?
Well, I look
went
at
to-
Horace and I
went too
shape
deep.
change Beppo onto my arm, and I'm like, see, we had it the whole time.
I went too deep, so
Roll me a
it's been
deception
bleeding
check.
for a while.
Okay, would this be considered me trying to pass myself off as someone else?
No, absolutely not.
I'm using shape change. Fuck. Okay, fine. 18.
18?
Yeah.
He's convinced. He's like, okay, fine. Even if I believed you that you had Beppo's name on you this whole time, I still think that is a big thing to ask of me if I want to be part of your group.
Well, what do you want to? Then what do you? Okay, what would make you feel comfortable and friendly with us? Wait, tell us what's your name?
We're having right now.
What's your name? What's your name?
Thank you. It's Fisker.
Fisker? That's wonderful.
Fisker sounds like a name of a person who'd have a Beppo tattoo.
Because I
okay.
know him already. It's one thing to get that before you knew someone named Beppo, but
No,
for me
Beppo's
to
just
do
the
that now that I
acronym-
also know
Beppo's
that.
just the acronym for our group, and it still happened to be his name as well.
And what does that stand for?
I elbow Almyre.
Oh, Beppo, of course, is
Mhm.
the Elven word for
B
how would you say in this language?
is for beans, and then
be everyone perfect only, I guess is the best way to translate that. It's a weird phrase.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh, great, my worst stat. Deception. Oh, not my worst stat. I thought it would be. It is the 9.
Can I give him a help action?
If you chime in with something witty right now. You have
I don't have anything
like
witty.
2 whole
I'm
minutes
pretty
to
good.
come up with.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good, but I can't do it now. Sorry, buddy.
You expect me to believe? No,
It's fine.
I do not. No, I don't.
I don't
believe
even. I don't have proficiency in deception anyway, so I can't give him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
No. no way that that's true, that Beppo stands for anything, be it in common or elvish or whatever the fuck. I was fine if you just lied to me and said, it's my late grandmother's name. It could have been that simple,
Well,
but
we're all
no,
not
you
related,
really have
and,
to embellish.
that would be weird if they had my late grandmother's name on their arm.
That would be kind of odd.
She
I
could
mean,
have been like a mother to all of you.
That's pretty deep. That would be deep. Almyre, can you, Almyre, Glitter, can you, sleep?
Yeah. Sleep.
wait. What are we doing? No, why are we doing? Okay.
I can try.
Okay, let's see. Verbal, somatic, and material. Okay, so
If she puts him to sleep, we give him a tattoo without him waking up.
let me just double check their stat block before I attempt this. There's no way that's happening.
What? Horace, I don't think that's a good idea. I think they might be able to hear me on the other side. Plus, he looks a little hardy.
Okay.
Realize it's not that many hit points.
Well, we'll get him a tattoo somehow.
It's like 20 hit points. I think he's got a little more than that.
Okay. Almyre, fireball. Okay. I guess we need to decide what we're. we need to decide if we're gonna wait for this
Fisker,
modified magic spell.
Fisker stands up and he says, "Look, I've enjoyed your company thus far. I want to make that clear. Just keep it down, just in case one of us decides to take a nap. Okay." And he walks out of the doorway and walks more into the main atrium, so he's a little further away than when he was in by the door.
All right. So what are you guys thinking?
I just kind of think we go with it, guys. Like, I think if we leave, we lose the best chance to keep our own minds. And can I roll like an Arcana check to see if I know anything about like memory spells in a way that maybe I could try to hold on to something that wasn't supposed to be forgotten?
Yes, go ahead and roll that if you don't mind.
Okay. 15, not great, but not bad.
With a 15, if you attempt to resist, you figure that there's a way that they might know if it didn't work, but you're unsure if they know about you resisting. So those are like two different outcomes. If you just let it happen, that's fine. But the other two outcomes would be you are resisting, then they might go harder at you, I guess, with the memory charm. And if you don't resist, you might otherwise pass, and then they may or may not know. Sorry, I can't. I'm being wishy-washy about it.
No. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. Can I do? I have one more question, but I don't want to be like, can I roll another Arcana check? Because like, it's a separate question though.
Okay.
Would I assume that I could use the dust to maybe regain the memories that were then lost? Did I ask this already?
You did not. But roll me an insight check.
13.
13. Reasonable? Yeah, I mean the powder seemed to do that so far. You would just probably have to roll another save.
Okay. So I look back at it and I'm like, okay. Well, if there's something we need to communicate to ourselves, maybe it's that we just need to all use the powder and just try to regain the memories that we will have lost and just let it exist. Like, we should just go through. As much as I love Beppo, I'm worried that we're getting a little sidetracked on the concept of keeping him. And I would hate to lose something important just because we wanted a child.
You know what? You're just trying to take more crystal, aren't you?
I scratch my neck real quick and I'm like, no.
Jeatz, you
no.
can't let yourself get addicted. Don't do it.
Anyway, anyway, I my vote is to just let the memory spell go through, but we should try to make a note to try to regain our memories after.
Better, can you add that to your to yours? I already stuck mine in my coat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me...
She like fishes it out of her armor
Thank you.
and writes that down.
Alright, yeah, I agree.
Austin, are
I
you
guess
there?
we,
Yeah, I'm here. I've been
Oh,
kind of
okay.
in and out, so
Okay.
my computer, for whatever reason, is wanting to freeze.
Anyway, cool. Well, I mean, if that's the plan, yeah, Glitter writes down that additional note and hides it somewhere on her armor where they probably should not be searching. Let me have her roll a sleight of hand with advantage because she's so.
well, they'll be in the room right now.
I know. Well, what I'm saying is hiding it is a sleight of hand. So, Horace, you had an 18 for what you hid, and then, I thought she had proficiency in sleight of hand. She doesn't, but she at least gets 21.
It's like for how well you hit it, not someone's watching.
Right. All right. So you guys get a long rest as you fall asleep on the bunks, and awake as the sun rises. You hear a cock crow in the distance. I don't think I've ever tried to do a rooster call before. But you wake up nice and early, and one of the guards, Fisker again, comes up. Looks like he's been up all night long. Did not rest very well, but comes to get you. And he's like, all right, rise and shine. Today's the big day. I spoke with Phelan just a moment ago, and he said you're good to leave, but he'll meet you at the gates to, do the thing, escort you out to the woods and whatnot.
You hear that missing
Okay,
something?
so
Yeah.
so we just need to. You're not going to go with us. I
Well,
mean, it's okay, but I guess we'll make our goodbyes here then.
yeah. Well, I mean, I got to get you out of the cells to like search you. Of course, I've got to make sure that you're not hiding anything. Any extra notes about what we do here.
Listen. I still don't really understand what you do here, so feel free.
You're gonna forget anyway, so I'm not even gonna explain it. Okay.
Listen. I value the things that you say to me, even in potential loss of memory. Please take the time. I'm here. It's not like we're in a hurry.
I had a dream last night that an alligator bit my leg off, and I think that means that we probably shouldn't be friends. I think is what that dream was trying to tell me. So if you,
I was going to ask you if you wanted to join us. It sounded like you really didn't have any friends here, and
I was having a good time last night. We were playing cards, drinking ale.
Kind of sounded like they were, just being rude to you, and that they're friends, and then they kind of have you around to make fun of you.
Okay.
And that
Fisker, wait,
I'm putting my serious face on.
This is very weird, but I've had that dream before. I've had that exact dream.
Even if I wanted to believe you, I still don't believe you.
Oh, well, no, it's weird. Like it was, the gator was this like weird. It looked more monstrous, right?
Do you want to know the funny part? I didn't even have a dream that an alligator bit my leg off. I just wanted to have an excuse to not be friends with you people. Okay,
that's weird because I have had a dream about an alligator.
Step one at a time, please. I guess. Well, the nice lady. Please step out.
I'd like to cast
You seem like
Now
the
You
least
See Me Too.
problematic.
The scene from Now You See Me Too, where we just all toss around the same
I get a fake piece of paper and I toss it to Jeff.
I don't know what spell slot that is or what it
What
is.
the fuck is this? Oh my god. Okay, so Almyre,
Actually, I say something on it real quick and then I toss it to Jeff.
okay, stop. I'm going to have to confiscate that.
On the note, it says Fisker is cool.
If you would, oh my god. Okay, what is do you let him take the note or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls it out, opens it up and reads it. It's like, okay, I cannot stand you people anymore. I need a drink. Hey, Lee, please take care of these people. I can't.
Are you
I don't
talking
know if we've beaten
really hard
Fisker,
time
if we've
playing
beaten
that.
Avery.
I'm running out of names off the top of my head. There's no more names. They're all gone.
The mystical,
Okay.
magical Lee.
Who's the other one?
Hey guys, Fisker seems really upset by what you're doing. If you would just, please, I don't want to have to hurt you, truthfully, but if I need to,
please, because you're Lee.
Okay, you won't start with me.
That was good.
The lady, please, your name was
We had a
Almyre,
really
yes?
good
If
sleep.
you would please.
We had a really good sleep last night, so we're just on fire today.
Yes, I'm glad the beds were comfortable. Austin, are you there? Please.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's asking you to step out of the cage, so I don't know if you're engaging in any of the nonsense that Jeatz and Horace are trying to pull over on these people, but he asks you to step out of the jail cell.
Oh, have they already stepped out?
No, he's asking you first.
Oh, me first. Oh,
Yeah. You seem like the most polite.
I fall
well,
back.
yeah. I mean, sure. I'll walk over. Is it
All
the
right.
morning?
Yes. Okay, so Lee holds out his hand and you see a ring on him that's glowing, and he says, don't worry, this is just to check if you got any magical items on you that perhaps can store memories or messages, that sort of thing. And if you have a satchel on you, if you don't mind just handing that over, and I can check for any like notes, books, anything that you might have written in.
Yeah. They've got a bag. But yeah, I actually don't even know how to write. That's a thing that's not in my world.
Huh. I'm going
Avery?
to. Yes.
Can I? Okay. Never mind. I had a question about the bag, but it would be after the fact, so never mind.
Okay. Yeah, using what is ostensibly an identify spell, he doesn't find anything on you, Almyre, that can like store messages or anything like that. So he's like, okay, yeah, well, you're free to go. If you don't mind joining Fisker in the other room, you can go on ahead. So he waves you on. I mean, if you want to watch from the doorway, you can. All right, now between the two of you, raise your hand. Who was the least problematic?
Sterile.
Neither of them raised their hands. Yeah.
Well, least problematic. That's me.
Raise their hand first.
That's me. I am definitely the least problematic.
Okay,
I thought you said most
seen.
problematic, and that was clear. That's clearly him.
Why did I ask? Okay, tell you what. Since I have this door open, Jeatz, why don't you come on out? Let me take a look at you.
Take a look at you. Whoa.
All right. Hand over the bag, please. And he waves his hand with the identifying ring on it. I don't see anything that could necessarily store messages. It seems like your sword might be a little sentient, but I'm choosing to leave that alone. I don't really want to open that can of worms.
Does Legendarius say anything as it touches the sword?
You hear him?
Like, do I hear him?
You hear him grumble just a little bit.
Perfect. Perfect.
He'll probably have something to say about that later.
I whisper to Ball, "Hey, do a little spook when he searches you."
Okay. The Jeatz, you have the bag?
Yeah, I have the bag.
Okay. Yeah, he rifles through it. I assume you have like I don't know. I don't think you have any books besides the On the Gods Volume 7, the one about I almost said Endring, and then I almost said Ariazel. Oh my god, Exurbia, Jesus Christ. And he
Plot
like
twist.
he flips
Same
through
thing.
it. Yeah, they're all the same. He flips through it really quick. He says, okay, well, this book looks good. This letter looks good. Oh, a letter from High Priest Odegaard. Wow. You either must have been friends or you were very nearly death. Nearly dead. Okay, nope, you're good to go. All right, well.
There's
good,
nothing about
go on.
the loose hearts.
No, there's no magic. I mean, it's fucking weird. It's no less than I expect. But I'm not here to search for freaking hearts that like are pulsating with energy. They seem fine. But yeah, you
The
may
hearts of those that have denied our friendship.
deny. You don't really seem that deadly, but I guess I won't
kidding.
push my luck.
We're just a little hurt.
Well, that's Fisker's problem. All right, Sir Horace, you would please, and your friend here, the pixie. Don't mind me looking over you. Okay, so he's not gonna find anything. Well, I guess as he's searching over you, he gets to the amulet of Ball. And as he does, like the sounds of hell escape, just screaming. Ah! And he jumps back. It's like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
What?
That amulet, it just like yelled at me. Like it sounded like screams from hell or something. What the heck? What the hell is that?
Well, I think your ring is just fucked up.
Well, it certainly looks evil. Anyway,
No, he's smiling. He's smiling. We don't.
Well, an evil smile. Anyway, okay. He continues to search everywhere else. So, Ball can escape scot-free, I guess, in this case. So he's going to roll a perception check. So let me pull up his stat block. Once on you and once on Glitter. Okay, he's got a +0, so the odds of him finding it are pretty abysmal. I lost that dice.
Here.
A 17 on Horace.
Oh.
Okay. One off. And then on Glitter, he would need a 21, which you can't get. Ooh, that was an 18. Oh my god. Okay. Well, good thing y'all rolled well. So he's searching through your things, and he does not find the 2 notes that you hid. He, however, grabs the note with the regular stuff that you written on it. None of the stuff about Beppo or anything like that. Just purely the notes about Melchior's magic. He made sure that, anything regarding the village itself was crossed out and unreadable, only the literal aspects about Melchior. Now, your second note might include aspects of the history of this particular village, but the note that he saved is only stuff about Melchior. He says, okay, well, I guess you're good to go if you don't mind walking with us to the village entrance over to the east. We'll get you out in the forest, and Phelan will do his thing. All right.
Okay.
Alrighty. So he takes you up towards the top of the battle map. Again, that is east, along with one other guard. You see Phelan up here waiting by the city gate. But you also see Greedo with his hand on Beppo's shoulder as you guys approach the gate.
Go. Oh, Greedo, Beppo. Nice to see you.
Oh, hi! Well, you told me to. I've been waiting here all morning. You told me to wait at dawn. It's been a few hours. I'm kind of hungry. But my brother was on watch, so he came to give me a sandwich. You're leaving today, right?
We are, yes.
I mean, I don't remember.
Well, yeah, so Phelan has like wiped your memories yet. I'm not that dumb.
That's why we invited you, Beppo.
So I asked my mom, like I said I would, and she said that I can't go because it's too dangerous out there. But she said maybe in a few years after I've done some training with the druids that I could come. So, thank you for the opportunity, but I have to politely decline. I practiced that all morning, like the hours that I was standing here, I just kept repeating that.
I get down on one knee and I grab Beppo's hand and I'm like, Beppo, you're gonna grow up to be a fine adventurer one day.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Hey, maybe when I become an adventurer, we can like fight in an arena or something while I defend my honor against you scoundrels or something like that.
I don't know what you're implying of us, but maybe. I mean, if we did, we probably won't know because we won't know you, Beppo.
Oh,
We'll never know you again, Beppo. This is what your town does, apparently.
oh, I hadn't even considered that.
Is there? I kind of give a small glance to the town elder, and I go, "Is there anything you could give us to not remember you by?"
You're talking to Phelan or Beppo?
About Beppo, but with Phelan listening.
Phelan kind of gives a nod of approval, and Beppo says,
Oh, you want to remember me by something? Oh, yeah. Look, here, take this.
and he pulls off a necklace that he's wearing. He says,
Here, it's my lucky rabbit's foot.
Oh,
I take it
Beppo,
everywhere with me.
that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I for the first time in a while give him the proper like Fey like bow thing that I do.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
And I go,
He kind of like awkwardly bows back.
what? No one's ever like bowed to me before.
Beppo, you are going to be a wonderful, wonderful person for the rest of your lives. Thank you for who you are.
Oh, thank you. My mom thinks I'm kind of a nutcase, but anyway.
I will go over to, I guess, the bag of holding, and I'll take out my original long sword, and I'll go over and Beppo, please take a kneel.
Oh,
he
It is only
is
right.
so fast.
That we give you something to remember us by. And I hold it up, and I tap his shoulders. I knight thee, Sir Beppo, defender of Burgrin. And then I tap his head, and I hand him the sword.
He jumps up excitedly, looks at his brother, and he says,
Oh, Greedo, I'm a knight. Oh, I'm a knight. I outrank you even.
and he like goes so quickly to grab the sword, and it's like as it's taller than he is, and he just like drops it immediately, but like has has some trouble picking it up, but he like holds it over the shoulder, and he says,
Thank you. One day I will wield this like a true knight, and I will defend my honor against evildoers.
I look forward to seeing you one day, maybe fighting alongside you, Beppo. Sir Beppo.
Thank you.
Greedo next to him says, yeah, well, we have an older sister in Marshfen, so if for whatever reason you come across her, I hope that this particular memory sticks through. Just be kind to her. She ran away when she was young, and I'm sure she misses her brother.
I know I won't remember it, but just to be polite, what's her name?
Revo.
Revo, and Beppo.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And if you're curious, not that it matters, our mother's name is Halo.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love the theme.
Yeah, well, my mother wasn't exactly creative while naming us, so well, that's not her fault. Anyway, Phelan, I need to take Beppo home. He needs to get his energy out, and of course, go tell all of his friends.
Thank you, good Sir Horace, and the other two of you. I don't really know what your titles are. If you're like, princes of the underworld or something, but just good luck with everything.
I
Out of darkness.
internally, and I'm like, am I Prince of the Underworld? That's pretty cool. I could be the Prince of the Underworld. Legendarius, what do you think, Prince of the Underworld?
Yes.
And you could be King of the Underworld.
Oh yes, I'd like that very much. One of the guards standing next to you's like, did his sword just talk? What? Anyway, so Greedo takes Beppo, trouncing off home. And what's left is Phelan in front of you and the guards behind you. Verging out the door. Sorry. Horace.
Oh, no.
Okay.
All right, Phelan. Thank you for your hospitality, even though we were shoved in a cell all night, but it was surprisingly comfortable. I will say probably one of the more comfortable beds I slept in.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. He fishes something out of his pocket. He grabs a stone that's wrapped with a little note, and he holds it up and says, as promised, I'll hand the stone over as soon as the memory magic is done. Now, if you would please follow me out in the forest with the guard here, we'll do what needs to be done. You'll still see me, as I do need to introduce you to Leica Greenroot, the druids. They'll escort you a little further ways into the Forest of Woe, and from there you'll be on your own.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So with that, Phelan escorts you all out the city gates. These three guards walking behind you. Let's change over to different battle map here. Let's see. Let's get some people out in here. So we've got Phelan, and we've got a few more of these guards kind of following you guys. PCs, we got Glitter. So we've got Jeatz, and we've got some more there. Yep.
Glitter.
All right, so Phelan, I guess by the way, these are just very big trees with the canopies cut off. These are not all stumps. There's just like you're very much in the forest with tree cover. Okay. He says, all right, it's time to get things done the proper way. Well, I've brought 4 people here with me. They all have rings that can do the magic, so we'll do this all at once. Okay. So Phelan says, no, Miss Almyre, if you don't mind coming over here with me and the other 2 of you and your pixie friend, if we could, get all of you aligned, 1-to-1 here.
I stand next to, I stayed in between Almyre and Horace.
Okay. So all at the same time, they ask you to kneel as they reach their hands towards your head. They are halflings after all, so they can't reach your heads. You see glitter lands on this log here, and this halfling just reaches out a finger towards her head. Okay. So everyone, I'm going to ask you to make 2 wisdom saving throws. So give me your. Hang on. Let me put on some music. Why not?
Am I far enough away that nobody could hear me except for Phelan if I spoke softly?
Yeah. The winds are going through the leaves. It's kind of loud. If you whisper softly, Phelan could definitely hear you since you're basically at eye level.
This is bold. Should I do it?
I don't think you should, but
Okay.
We don't know, so you can do whatever you want.
yeah.
That's true.
If you want to do something bold, do something bold.
I whisper to Phelan.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, Prince. Oh, she doesn't know you're a princess. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Miss Almyre.
I'm so sorry, but I have to try, and I will cast suggestion.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Well.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Can I do an insight check on whether I think that would be a good idea? Because I have a reaction that I can do.
Well.
Like, do I think that they would react extremely negatively if this fails?
Would you know what's happening though?
It's verbal.
I guess if you. Oh.
Yeah, but I'm trying to speak softly enough that you guys don't hear.
So see, that's the trouble with spells.
I
is
guess,
that they
can
have
I
to
do
be
a perception check?
spoken aloud?
It is spoken aloud.
Not a soft Austin. Well, can I just do a perception check? I mean, I'm next to him, so...
I would say, Jeatz, yes. You know that Almyre is about to cast a spell, so if you want to use your reaction, I guess that's how we'll flavor that within the rules.
But I don't know what the spell is.
You can roll me an Arcana check, and we'll treat it the same way that you would do, like, a counterspell.
Okay, well, well, what I want to know first is how I think they would react if it fails. Like,
I mean,
like,
you
I want to
know, like, they would not take very kindly to you attempting to thwart the thing that they do to protect their village. Like, that much would be very obvious to you.
Am I fucking everything up?
Why are you moving the guards?
That's where he said he was. He said he was between.
I did say I was in between them.
Oh. Sorry.
You do what you want, Austin. I'll I'll go with whatever.
I'm gonna also quietly counterspell that. Can I do counterspell, but like try to block it with a cough?
You would.
In Horace fart.
Counterspell is somatic, so it's only hands.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't even need to.
Yeah.
Do anything.
Can I do counterspell in a way that I'm trying to make other people not notice? So could I also do a deception check with it?
Why are you doing jazz hands?
Yeah, roll me a deception check. And I'll have.
So, holy God, my computer is having a fucking time. But the good news is I rolled an 18
Okay,
on the dice.
shout out to the two crew on the insight check.
Holy God, 24.
Okay. On the Arcana check or on the deception?
On the deception check.
Okay, yes.
It's a third level counterspell. So, Austin, what were you going to do suggestion on?
Oh, it's second level.
Okay.
Yeah, that's done.
Okay.
And I do that, and I give Almyre a glance.
I really want Favor's reaction after I go, I'm so sorry, but I have to try. And he's like, try what?
Try what exactly?
Kiss him.
I'm not sure that now is the appropriate moment for something like that.
I'm
But there is a time.
Okay, just proceed.
All right, the door's open. He left it open.
Okay, all right. So,
All right, can I do an insight check to see if he wanted Almyre to kiss him?
yes, please do.
Oh, we're gonna wait 30 years for my dice to fucking not be on crack. 24, 23.
Phelan would have welcomed it.
Cool.
an attractive young
Though
woman.
he only has eyes for Horace, really.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot he's gay for Horace. Oh,
They
fuck, I
are.
forgot about that.
He's a bi king,
Yeah, exactly.
almost literally.
Okay. So now that things are settled, they all reach out and put a hand on your foreheads. So everyone go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Say with advantage.
No, just flat.
12 for Almyre.
Why are my dice just
30-20.
having a fucking stroke? I got 12.
Okay. Noted. And then now you feel like your brain goes a little fuzzy, and I need to. Okay,
I'm just rolling a dice for a second. No,
Um,
still having a fucking stroke.
okay. You feel your mind go a little fuzzy, as if the world around you is kind of like fading out of view, so you get tunnel vision, and the only thing you can see is the person in front of you, these halflings, as they speak very softly, except for you, Horace. You feel yourself resist it a little bit. You can kind of see the world outside. You're still focused on them. So now I'm going to ask for a second wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
From everyone.
From everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Give me
Ooh,
just a second.
that's
Sorry.
21.
Wow.
17 for Almyra.
I'm gonna have to do this physically because garbage. 6.
6. Okay. And Glitter got a natural 20. Her wisdom save.
Ooh,
Yeah.
For glitter.
So, Almyra and Jeatz, all you can focus on. Almyra is Phelan's face. Jeatz, all you can focus on is Lee's face as they are saying words, and you feel like you can't quite remember what they are.
no.
Their faces become less and less familiar to you, and you close your eyes, and then we'll cut over to Glitter. You see Glitter seems to be leaning into Fisker, what he's saying, but she has like these blinks of clairvoyance. And Horace, as the world was fading away, it came back and you could see the world around you. And then as you can feel this halfling try more intensely to subdue your memories, you feel like his words have no effect. He is unsuccessful in modifying your memories. So you forget nothing. Now, because it didn't
For the
work,
note.
go ahead and give me a deception check. And because Glitter passed her second one, I will let her serve as a distraction so you can give me a deception check with advantage.
Okay. 11.
Okay, I rolled very poorly on their insight check, so you pass.
Okay.
Glitter kind of slips off the log a little bit as she's like fighting being conscious, and this distracts the halfling in front of you, Horace, just enough that you can get away with the spell not working. Now I will say that you probably would instinctually close your eyes at this kind of thing. Especially with that deception check, you successfully give off the vibe that it worked, and you kind of feign falling unconscious. Now, as for Almyra and Jeatz, you are out of it for the moment, as is Glitter. So I'll say that they sit you down on these logs, Horace, as you feign being unconscious. They kind of set you up against this log, and then they do the same thing for Glitter. And then you can kind of hear footsteps, Horace, in the distance as these halflings leave. Okay. And with that, you guys wake up to Almyra and Jeatz. The last thing that you can recall is riding the minecart up, and now suddenly you're in a forest with this strange old halfling man against you, but Horace and Glitter are also there. So Horace, what kind of vibe are you giving off? Because you do need to kind of make it seem like to fail at
sell
least
it.
that it worked.
I would kind of like look at Almyra and Jeatz to see kind of how they're acting. Are they kind of like they just woke up a little bit?
Yeah, definitely groggy.
I'll kind of like nod my head and kind of like rub my eyes, a little bit. And then,
Well,
yeah.
you're probably all wondering exactly why you're here in this forest. It seems like you had come up out of the dwarven halls, and there was some magical effect, and I ended up saving you and teleporting you here, kind of deep into this tier forest of woe. If you walk a little further ways east, you'll find a friend of mine, a druid of the Circle of the Moon, named Leica.
I think that's where we're headed. We want to go to the Circle of the Moon.
Oh, well. What fortune. I also...
What's happening? Who are you?
Oh, it matters not who I am. I'm just a friendly
Are you with
face.
the Hammerholds?
No. I'm but a halfling traveling through the woods.
He's
friend
not
of the
even a
druids.
dwarf.
No.
You're right. Yes. And I guess the Hammerholds are all gone now.
Yes, it's quite unfortunate that. I was asked to give you something by a friend of yours. And he holds out the stone wrapped in paper from earlier.
Who's this friend?
They asked to remain anonymous.
Oh,
Great. And a fucking rock is what they give us.
There's a note in there that might explain more. Perhaps we meet again under less strange circumstances. And he disappears.
Oh. No, he just bamfed.
Well, this is a weird dream. All right.
just us here?
I've been talking for
Oh.
12 minutes. And I was like, why is everybody ignoring me? I just want to make an insight check. Holy fuck. Anyway, while he was standing there, I wanted to make an insight check on the story. Not trying to be meta, but just because we just woke up and some dude was like, I saved you from the mountain.
Yeah, you can roll me an insight check.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Cool. No doubt.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you're not entirely convinced that he was telling the truth.
Okay.
But you wouldn't even know where to begin because you don't remember anything after.
Okay.
The main part.
I look around at everyone and I kind of like as I like wake up, I look around and go and kind of jump up and I go, Who are you people?
You don't what? Remember?
I grab my sword and I'm like, where's Tyrone?
I'm your dad.
What
I'm
the
your
fuck is happening?
father.
I don't feel like we forgot each other.
What are you talking about? Who are you? Who was that guy? Where are we?
If you rolled 2 nat ones, I might have had your entire memory erased. I think that would have been a fun outcome. All the way back to the beginning of the campaign.
I'm your dad. This is your great aunt. And we're on a hike through the woods, going to the circle of.
I start to build magic in my hand as if I'm going to cast fireball, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Who are you people?
I hit him with a butt of my glaive in the head.
Yeah, roll me an attack roll.
Fuck.
That's gonna be a. Where's my glaive? What am I doing? Thorn. That's what it is. 28.
That hits for sure.
Yeah, you do 1 point of bludgeoning damage to Jeatz, knocking him in the head.
Do you remember everything now?
Dude, I was just kidding. I was just fucking kidding, guys.
Okay, I'm
think
glad
that you
glad
take
did
it that
work, 'cause
seriously.
I would not want to put the story of me being your dad. That would have been really hard to do.
Okay, but my great aunt. Why is
I think I'm younger than her.
She's not that old. Horace,
She's not even that great. Horace.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I think that was the glaive, the glaive talking. I don't know. I panicked and I thought it might be interesting to create a fucking story of me being your dad. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I thought that would be funnier if we got through. I didn't expect the immediate immediate violence. I should have. That's my fault. My bad.
Your hand started charging, and you've done some shit to me before, so I did not want to be electrocuted or fireballed or anything.
Right. Okay. Well,
So what
cool. Well,
exactly are we doing here?
I think we walk maybe some distance away, and as we walk, maybe read the note.
What note?
what? Okay, now I'm actually confused.
No,
What?
they
No,
gave us a rock, and they said there was a note.
Okay, cool.
Okay, he didn't wipe your memory of that part, did he?
I can't read. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I'll grab the note, and I'll grab the rock with the note on it, and I start walking towards wherever.
Okay, yeah. So you walk a little bit away. I guess until what you're comfortable that the halflings are still kind of like nearby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Roll me a perception check, actually.
That is a 14.
14. You can't see anyone nearby.
It's so nice to catch Rick up at this podcast because I felt so behind.
Hello, McKinley.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna close the door.
About 9/11.
Okay.
To keep walking. I guess I'm not sure how far we need to go to kind of get out of this forest. I imagine this forest is going on for quite some time.
Oh yeah. This forest is massive. As you look behind you, there's not you can see kind of the mountains in the distance. I would say that Horace, you were walking for probably an hour, I guess, before you got to a reasonable spot.
All right. I guess at that time I'll turn. We'll stick a little break here and read what this has to say.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Before we do that, I guess I'll. So that guy wasn't. It wasn't really a stranger right then. You actually had your memories wiped.
I knew that story didn't feel well. I was very, very, very sure that was not what actually happened. So that's very validating. Thank you.
But you didn't, Horace?
No. So
What happened?
I guess long story short, we exited the cave from the hammer holder. We found a village. We met a great guy, a little kid named Beppo that we wanted to adopt and bring on an adventure. That didn't happen.
Avery, can I roll an Arcana check to shape change into Beppo when I hear his name? Uncontrolled.
You wouldn't remember him.
But my body would. Because I specifically internally made sure that I had talked to him long enough to be able to shape change into
Are you
him.
still holding the rabbit?
What's the changeling shape shift? Like, what's the wording of that ability?
Shape change. That's not it. Features and traits. Shape changer. As an action, you can change your appearance and voice. You determine the specifics, including your coloration, hair, sex, weight, and can change your size between medium and small. You can look like another race, though none of your James statistics change. You can't duplicate the appearance of an individual you've never seen and must have the same basic arrangement of limbs that you have. Your clothing and equipment are not changed by this trait. You stay in this until you use an action revert or until you die. And then actor lets me do their voice if I've talked to them for more than a minute.
I mean, if you don't remember him, you've never seen him.
Okay, I'm fine with that answer.
I mean, I
wasn't trying to actively do it. I was trying to do it as a body response to the name.
Right. But
which is why I asked to roll an expected disadvantage. I just thought it'd be funny.
I know. I'm of two minds here because I think it would be funny for you to be able to be Beppo. So tell you what. Roll me an Arcana check, and I will let your body response maybe do its thing.
Okay. That is a 15.
15.
Oh wait. No, it's just deception and performance checks. Never mind.
Okay. 15 won't do it. Maybe at
That's
some
fine.
point.
That's fine.
You do
That's
reach
fine.
around your neck and feel the fur of a rabbit's foot. You're not really sure where that came from.
Well, yeah, Beppo gave you that. His rabbit foot, you remember you by. You probably don't remember him.
I can't believe I forgot Beppo. He gave me this rabbit suit.
Yeah, you have that and a stick and poke tattoo.
Wait. Yeah, I look at Marvin and I'm like, oh god! Before everyone, please organs. What does that mean?
Actually, I did it. I misspelled it. It says Benpo.
Why am I hungry?
I'm so
Okay, yes. So yeah, we left it. So yeah, the
hungry for fish.
Wait, you said that he erased our memory?
yes. So this town is remaining secret. So I guess the Light Watch and Odegaard and all of them were casting memory magic spells on everyone in the area, and they were able to hide from that memory magic and stay hidden from the world and use memory magic to erase people who leave the village so they don't remember where to go, so they can't lead them back to their village. So when we left their town, he erased our memory. For some reason, it didn't work. I'm just so wise, and so was Glitter. And I just played it off real well because I'm just almost as good an actor as you are.
Well, I don't remember any of that either. I mean, I guess
Oh,
it's maybe a little
I thought
fuzzy.
you may. I thought. Oh,
Well,
I thought.
She passed the second save. Horace, you passed
Oh,
both saves, which is why it didn't
okay.
affect you.
Oh, Glitter. Sorry, Glitter. I thought you passed it as well. But yes, that's what happened.
Some of that sounds a little familiar, but not all of it.
Yes, and so he, I believe he gave us something to be able to resist some of the memory magic spells. And I guess I'll look at the rock note.
Right. So you unwrap the note from around this small smooth stone, and the note says, "This is the stone of memory acuteness. May it protect you in times of need when your enemies try to make you think you're not who you think you are."
Stone of memory acuteness. Is that just a an item just for one
it's
of
not
us?
it's not a D&D item, but it does have other effects if Almyre you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to.
All right, I'll hand it to you.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, you can ritual cast this. So yeah, if you want to take the 10 minutes, and cast Identify. Yeah. So what you understand of this Stone of Memory Acuteness is, and this is not a D&D item, so you'll have to manually add it to whoever's holding it at the time. These are its effects. While in possession of this stone, you are immune to the Modify Memory spell. And then the second effect is, and I'll paste this description here. The second effect is all creatures you choose within 50 feet of you have an advantage on spells or magical effects that charm or otherwise attempt to alter your memory.
Okay. So, question. You said that there was, so they modified our memory. Do you think, and I pull out the crystal, that this might help get it back?
Oh, Jeatz, we've been over this. If you want to do crystal, just do crystal.
Okay, I do a bump of crystal.
Okay.
But they might.
Okay, so I've got 2 DCs here for this. So go ahead and roll me a... If you're doing it, go ahead and you're going to use a dose and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. All right, I don't use Arcana for that. God damn it. Why do I keep doing this? I don't use Arcana for this. Ugh. I got a 5. I'm going to use Tides of Chaos. I got a 15.
Okay. A 15, you take a bump. Now, your memories, you kind of get knocked against this tree. Jeatz, you stumble back and you're grasping initially at the things that Horace is telling you about. There are bits and pieces, little fuzzies. You can maybe recall a halfling handing you this rabbit's foot, but your memories take you much, much further back. You remember being home. This house that you had in this big city, it was cramped. You slept in the same room as both of your parents when you were very little. You remember your mother wiping a tear away, composing herself as she turns around and leans down to you, holding you by your shoulders very firmly in a way that she had never before, with a serious tone in her voice. And she says, "My dear son, it is time to invoke our mother's promise. Please understand that we have no choice. The Dark Hunter has found us, and we must flee back home. I do not expect you to understand why our mother must take me, but all in due time." And you find yourself conscious again in this forest.
Okay, that wasn't expected.
Jeatz, wake up.
Okay. Hi. Hey.
Hey, do you remember the village?
Do I remember the village?
No.
Oh, cool.
You
Cool.
got a vague flash of Beppo handing you meta of Beppo handing you the lucky rabbit's foot. But it was just a shadow of him.
Take some of mine. Try
Like
it.
I don't remember Beppo. I just remember him handing it to me.
No, like a shadow, like a halfling handing you something, but veiled in shadow. So like you would only know what this is because Horace told you in the first place. Otherwise, you wouldn't know.
I think I know. I think I saw Beppo, but I didn't see Beppo. Like I didn't. Like he's. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay. We'll see Beppo again one day, and you'll be able to thank him for that rabbit foot. I gave him a long sword, so I hope he doesn't kill himself with it before we see him again. He was very excited. Maybe that was a bad idea, but no, he deserved it.
Yeah,
Almyre,
I guess so.
Almyre, did you want to try the? I don't know if you want to try the crystal to see if that triggered anything for you, or.
Yeah, sure. I'll take.
Take a bump.
Now the DC. So I will say the DC for this modify memory that you guys underwent was a DC 20. So that is the DC that's set for using the crystal to try and recall this stuff. So just laying that out there. If you.
Can I then also give a little bump to glitter?
Sure. Yeah, I won't have glitter use a dose because she, is small. She'll just take some of what you're giving to Almyre. Okay, so make a note. So Almyre, if you want, go ahead and give me that wisdom save, but use a dose.
Roll for glitter. What is she? Is it still a roll?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Close, but no cigar.
Come
16.
on,
Okay,
glitter.
16 will not quite do it.
Damn. 11.
Yeah. She's like,
What? I can't remember. Maybe it's not enough. I need a little more. One bump just
No,
won't do
no,
it.
no, glitter, no. We can't. You must remain strong. You must remain glitter prime, and you can't be like that if
Okay,
you're
all
on
right.
crystal all day.
What? I need you to hold me accountable, Horace. What? That's good stuff.
I didn't know you were so susceptible.
I have an addictive personality. I worked in a casino, for God's sake.
Yeah, I guess you probably were doing that all the time. I'll try to help. We'll get through this together. I'm I'm sorry. I guess I reintroduced it to you. I feel really bad now.
What? No, it's fine. It's fine. I still consider myself clean.
This was for memories. This wasn't like it was just for fun.
Right,
And
right.
we had our reasons.
It's
Okay.
different. It's different.
All right. I guess we must. Any other questions about the village or anything? Or should we, I guess, adventure on to the druids?
Is there anything else that we really need to remember from the village? Like, was it particularly important, or?
I guess we need to, destroy some towers. Lucivitus Tower?
Lucivatu, sorry.
Lucivatu.
It's a little too Latin and like ancient Latin.
Yeah, I
Since-
probably would have remembered it after I read it in the thing, but I spelled it differently. Trying to, I just was typing when you
Yeah.
on my notes, and I was like, I don't know how to spell this, so fuck it.
No problem.
Yes, there's that tower and Light Watch are Lucivatus, I guess, is what the origin of that magic. So I guess we need to destroy that tower, and I guess it will stop the
You really got a
modify
two
memory magic.
towers situation on your hands, huh?
It's twin
Alright.
towers.
So you guys go on to find the druids, and with that, we'll take a little BRB. Welcome back. Last we left off, party was venturing further into the forest to find some druids to talk to. All right, so you guys are traipsing through the forest. This just will be the forest battle map that we use. I do have another map to use a little later on, but at least for now, this is where you are. So everyone give me a perception check really quick.
Perception?
Yeah, perception check.
Give me a little bit of a perception.
10.
18.
17.
Then you want to roll for glitter.
Horace, and glitter is
Say glitter's HP.
4.
Great.
She's
You
doing real
guys,
well.
the fucking mosquitoes are just all over you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Was
these-
my 18 not enough?
Oh no.
Oh.
You're moving through the forest. These mosquitoes are just all over you. You do have your head on a swivel. You see
About
like
these trees look familiar.
a few like marmots crawling through the underbrush, a few, kind of big spiders. And as you're walking through, you are passing this tree up here when you see leaning up against it is this man. Basically, he's got this greenish hue to his skin and he's wearing this crown made of twigs. He's got a nice full beard and he's wearing a cloak and has a bow and arrow on his back.
Beppo.
No. Nope. Nope, that's not me.
Beppo.
Okay, I look at Horace and go, is that not Beppo? I mean,
No, that is not Beppo. Beppo is a young boy.
I'm
A halfling boy.
Nope, I'm much taller than Beppo. You do know
you
that
know
Beppo's a
Beppo.
halfling. Oh yes, he's a lovely little lad. He's been to a few of our training sessions.
Wait,
Actually.
I don't know Beppo. You're right.
wait. I miss Beppo. I mean, I don't really remember him, but he's such a wonderful man.
Now, why you may or may not know Beppo is none of my business. Whatever the halflings did to you or didn't do to you is not for me to tell you what's right or what's wrong. All you need to know is,
God.
yes, I know Beppo, but if you have any... It seems that you know, so if you know what I'm talking about, we'll keep that secret between us. And he gives you a big...
Well, next time you see him, call him Sir Beppo.
Sir Beppo.
Yeah, so that will... He'll
Will
be very
do.
curious about
Okay,
this.
okay.
And
Sorry,
excited.
is Beppo well known around here?
Well, he's a lively child. He's certainly memorable. But I wouldn't say that all of my circle.
Do they scream
know
at
him.
strangers every time he meets a new person?
The first time he saw me, he did scream.
Okay.
Actually.
Same here.
So well, we have that in common. Well met, stranger. I'm like a green root. Phelan, the halfling that left you in the woods, told me about you, that you'd be visiting. Tell me, what brings you to the Forest of Woe?
Beppo, I cry.
Ignore him. He's been through a lot.
He's so sad.
Actually,
Did you fail a wild magic again?
that's
No.
we've
I
actually
just
been
miss
sent
Beppo.
by the Circle of the Blood Moon.
Oh yes. Oh, what's her name? Vale, is it? I believe is the leader over there. Yes. Well, it's been quite a long time since we've caught up. Tell me, the curse that they're under, has it been broken? Quite unfortunate what happened to them.
We actually helped them break that.
Yeah, we did
Oh,
that.
you did. Oh, excellent. Well, you're more friend to the druid than I had even thought.
I shape change into the carrion beast.
Whoa!
small.
Whoa!
Oh,
You
he's
have
so
shape-shifting abilities.
And then I ship back. I go, oh, no, I don't. That's just happens sometimes now.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. Do this with advantage. That's a good thing. not even better. I somehow went from a 3 to a 2, so I got an 8.
Oh man, he's like, I don't believe you. In fact, it kind of reminds me of some changelings up in Marshfen. I've heard a tale that they're hiding out from King Melchior. It's
Well, I look up and I go, wait, you know of changelings?
well, I've heard whispers. They prefer to not be known, but the beasts of the forest, they tend to tell me things that they've seen.
That's. I look back and I go, I guess there are more.
Well,
Your
so they say.
family, possibly?
You can't
Can
always
we-
trust a skunk, if you know what I mean.
What are you calling my people a skunk?
No, it was a skunk that told me about what he saw in the forest.
A
Which I
literal skunk.
yes, a little. Yes. Stephen, he's quite the wily one. I never know if he's telling the truth.
skunk.
Yes.
Even the skunk sounds like a absolutely wonderful person and animal. And
Well, if
he's-
you've met him, you might think differently.
are you telling me that he stinks?
Well, he pissed on my staff once, and I didn't take too kindly to that.
Skunk's named Steven, we'll do that.
That's what we had for
He
dinner
knows.
last week.
I guess, speaking of Vale, do you also know Ty?
Ty, her name sounds familiar.
Oh, I can help, and I turn
You
and
would-
die.
You would know if you met Ty,
Really?
I'll say that.
I really don't
it's
like
me.
when you do
This
that.
is who they're talking about.
I have met Vale exactly once, and you do kind of resemble her. What? Sisters?
Yes.
Well,
Well, if you meet them, before we talk to them again, just tell them Almyre. There was a pretty interested halfling, and she held back for dying.
Sure. I can pass on the hot goss between
Yes.
Almyre and...
I never really cared about goss before, hot goss especially, but now that I've been away from my home, I'm really into it.
It is a staple in the Feywild, I will give you that.
Hmm
Mm.
Usually the hot goss
Ooh,
All
is
the
about
Fey-
me.
forts are built
The
on.
Feywild. Well, talk about bringing it back on subject. We seem to have some of that spilling here into the Forest of Woe.
That's
Now,
what we've been told.
yes, it is. It's quite the problem, and you see, that's kind of why we have the arrangement that we do with the halflings. Now, initially, it was just training them to be wanderers so they could go out and sell their goods, but now we have to escort them through the forest, avoiding all manner of twisted creatures and horrible villainous things, so they can go out and sell their wares to the wider world and, escort them back to the village. So, if you intend to rid the Forest of Woe of this horrible evil, then yes, please, you are absolutely welcome.
Is this evil Victor Kane?
I believe that is what he calls himself, yes. He resides
Well.
deep in the forest. He has lieutenants of sorts, some twisted creatures that have seemingly erupted out of the wild and landed here in the forest that kind of prowl around his lair, so to speak.
Do you think he's not really Victor Kane? Like he's pretending?
Twisted Fey magic, I think, has maybe warped him in a way that he may no longer resemble the Victor Kane that you think that you hunt.
Was there original Victor Kane? We're still not exactly sure on who this is, so part of me feels like Victor Kane came from here, went over there, came back, but part of me feels like Victor Kane was over there and then came here and is now here causing problems, and that maybe they became Victor Kane, or but maybe they were Victor Kane and then now they're something else, but they're still pretending to be Victor Kane. So I honestly, the lore is confusing me, but I don't pay attention
So Victor-
all too often.
So Victor was definitely a man way back when in Last Hearth, remember
Yes.
Davistan, Horace's uncle.
I guess
kind
he
of
only had a
told you.
conversation with me.
Oh, that's right, because that was in the church before everyone else had showed up. Right.
Well, like wherever Victor Kane is, we will rid you of that scum. Jeatz Almyre, he is what led me to be in the Feywild, chasing me and my family with his followers, trying to steal from us.
I'm not good. I'm not gonna lie. I might be related to Victor Kane. I'm honestly not sure.
Are you related to a lot of people?
Well, I mean, technically, my parents have two parents each, who have two parents each, who have two parents each. So, I mean, technically, we could all be related through the earth, but
Do all changelings have like four
I mean, there is
parents?
there is the mother of changelings, supposedly.
I think Victor Kane was a man.
Victor Kane was definitely a
I don't
man.
think you're related at all. It really seems like you're.
He was a human, yeah.
It doesn't seem like he meant.
I was human once. Just kidding.
Well, hang on. What?
Wait,
So-
Glitter, you know Victor Kane?
It was a long, long time ago and a late, late night.
What?
Carol, an insight check to see if Glitter has a thing for Victor Kane from a while ago.
Was there a lot of crystal involved?
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, there was a man named Victor Kane that came into the casino in the summer court. I don't think it's the same guy, though.
But did you have something with him?
It was so long ago. I can't even remember what it looked like.
Glitter, I need to know this.
He's gonna be in some Victor Pain if it is.
So Leica notices Glitter flitting about, and he says, "Oh, a pixie. I can't even remember the last time I've seen a pixie, specifically around these parts. It would do you well to hide your little friend from Victor, and also... how do I say this? You know that evil that resides to the south? That dark influence over the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he has a thing for hunting pixies.
Are you talking about Ariazel?
I believe that might be his name. Maybe one of many that people have given him.
Is that not Victor Kane?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is Beppo Victor Kane? I'm so.
No,
I'm
not
so-
everyone is Victor Kane, man.
You didn't say that it wasn't Beppo, though.
Have you seen Beppo before?
I've never seen Beppo and Victor Kane in the same room. I think. I'm not sure.
Or Ariazel. It's Beppo
Oh
Ariazel.
no! Oh no!
Alright, we're back to Victor.
Yes, just
Yes, if you lead us to whoever abominations and Victor Kane himself, you'll get rid of him and whatever else evil.
I
lies with
have, yes, I have other matters to attend to, but I can at least set you off in the right direction.
Can I have maybe one request?
Yes, of course.
Your wood crown is pretty sick. Could I have one?
If you kill Victor Kane, then yes, I will have one of my people knit with twigs an honorary crown of the moon.
That consider him dead already.
Horace.
You better
Horace.
tell him to start sewing now.
Horace, that would be incredible. You could be a moon knight.
I give him some gems or some stuff to put in the ground.
Okay. Well, we don't really work with gems, but we'll find a way to incorporate.
If not, but if you have it, just if you can.
yes, of course.
Or melt some gold down here, but take some gold coins if you just make it
And-
badass.
And actually, in return, I do have something for you to help you on your journey. If you would please take this, and he produces another stone. This one is greenish in hue, And it's about the same size as the other stone that you got from Phelan. And Leica says, now, this stone is particularly special, and we had to create this, and we have a few other of its kind to help us navigate the forests. Now, for us, it steers us away from these evil things, but for you, it's going to be what helps you find Victor Kane at least a little more quickly. So, this is the Stone of Fey Guidance. So, while holding this stone, a creature may spend 4 hours in a trance identifying a powerful source of Fey energy. And once the ritual is complete, the user knows the direction and approximate distance of said energy. And then if you use this stone in the wild, which is, of course, a land full of Fey energy, the stone can be used to locate a specific Fey creature as long as the user is familiar with said creature.
Oh.
Almyre, Jeatz would, I guess, Glitter? I'm not sure who should hold this. Maybe those more connected to the Fae.
I'm literally a pixie, so if I could, put my hat in the ring, I guess, Princess Almyre, she's, direct descendant of an archfey. That might be.
Not to outfey anyone, but I tap Pascal and I'm like, I think Pascal is a fae.
I think he is just pure magic and personified.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess how about picks Glitter and Pascal? I guess if you want to work on this together.
Yeah, we can do that.
Right, so Glitter takes
I like
a stone
Glitter
from your
fly
hand,
over
Horace.
to.
Yeah, takes the stone from Leica, then hands it, flies over to Pascal. So you're going to have Glitter hang out with Jeatz for the time being?
Yep.
Alright, cool. With that, Leica says, well, let's venture a little further into the forest, shall we? And I'll kind of explain how this little game is going to work. After all, a hunt is nothing but fun. But please do
Could
be
you
careful.
also
It's quite
maybe
deadly out there.
I guess while we're walking, could you maybe
Of course.
have more? Do you have more detail on maybe Victor Kane's if he's in some sort of hideout base?
His predicament, I believe, is unique.
hours?
It has been, something like 20 years since anyone has last spotted eyes on him. But even then, that time, he had already been twisted into something quite unnatural, as if he was trying to channel some Fey energy and turn himself into some sort of other entity.
Is he recognizable, or is he completely, I guess,
His head
unhuman?
seemed intact, so I think you'll know when you come across him. If anything, he would at least probably speak. I have no reason to think that he's lost all of his mental faculties.
Okay, well, it's at least something to recognize him by. I guess at this time would be great. But if he's at least kept some of his form, I probably know when we see him.
Yes. I think you will. Alrighty, cool. So is there anything else you want to ask Leica before we jump into how this little hunt is going to work?
I think I'm good.
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
Need something like a little more.
There you go.
Oh, you want this one?
Both
Okay.
worked.
Okay. So, here's how this is going to work. Let me switch it up here. So, still early in the day, so you still basically have the whole day ahead of you. So this is going to be a good old-fashioned hex crawl. So you guys are going to start here with this little tent. That's kind of how I've demarked where you're starting. So if you would just, like, I don't know, attach...
huge.
Now, in the event we do go into initiative, we will go to a different battle map. So if you just want one person to be your marker, or if you want to, like, tie yourselves together.
Let's just do one. We'll let Horace lead because he's the person who would lead anyway.
Alrighty. Okay, let me go back here. Alrighty. So here's how this is going to work. This is going to be a several day adventure. So on each day you have 2 actions. And I'll also paste those into the chat. Of course, I closed Notepad.
Perfect.
I don't know why that went to decline. Good. Sorry, just fixing weird. All right. So each day you have 2 actions. Yeah, that is okay. So you can move 1 hex cautiously, where you'll roll stealth. You can move 2 hexes quickly, where enemies will roll stealth against you, against your passive perception. As another action, you can choose to scout, which you can choose 2 adjacent hexes to reveal their type. And I'll get into the types of hexes in a minute. And then also as an action, you can sense the nearest Fey energy, the direction. And if appropriate, I'll give you an approximate distance.
Before we get going, can I spend a little bit of time to ritual cast detect magic?
Sure.
Cool.
And at what distance
I do that.
does that work?
30 feet.
Okay.
And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So,
I mean, if you just want to do that every day as like kind of the start to your day, you can.
Well, I guess it only lasts for 10 minutes. That doesn't really.
And it's also, if it's only 30 feet, the distances we're talking about are going to be a little greater than 30 feet if you run into something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Savory. Okay.
Do you want to maybe
Almyre and I go, do you have Pass Without Trace?
No, I do not.
Well, fuck. Remember when I was Ty? Me either. Yep. But it would have been nice.
what is it, glitter? It's glitter the easel? Just invisibility, but
yeah,
that doesn't last long enough to matter.
So, like
I guess, do we want to maybe rush through the first part and maybe sense after that?
I say we just make a run for it the whole time. Why not?
Maybe 2 rushers and then 1 sense magic.
Sure.
Okay, so again, you get 2 actions a day. So at the end of each day, I'll be doing things on my side. So at the end of the day, I'll explain in due time. For now, all you need to know is that you have actions that you can do that you can move with. There are also different types of hexes that have different effects as well. But I'll get into that later.
Yeah, I guess we're doing 2 X's.
Okay. Yeah. Which? Yeah. Here, I'll shrink your thing.
You guys want to maybe go towards the middle,
And if you want to like mark,
and then we can sense the middle, and maybe get direction.
Avery, do we have sight in the hexes around us, or is it only the hex we move to?
you have to move to the hex to kind of
Reveal.
unlock it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the scout action is for. If you want to look ahead.
Okay.
So do we want to be like go like here? Well, here.
So we go left
And
1,
here.
and then see what we see and decide direction from there.
So you're
I guess we
committing.
move-
You're committing
this
to
would
moving
give us
quickly.
Yes, but we can go. We can
We could-
see what the version we see now is, and then
Or do we have to like,
Okay.
go there? Yeah.
Okay. So that's 1 action.
And then we'll do it again. Go like right, left.
Oh, we're just trying to get to the end, or are we trying to find something?
Oh, there's lots of stuff to be had. You're not necessarily trying to get to the end. You're trying to find.
I think we go maybe if we want to be bold, just do another double dash, and then next round we sense magic.
Okay. If we're
Or the smart would probably be sense magic now.
let's do sense magic now. Almyre, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm good with sensing magic now.
Okay, so as your second action, Glitter and Pascal take 4 hours to focus on the direction of some Fey energy, and they are getting a very, very strong reading. Yeah, Leica is not following you. Sorry, I don't know if I made that clear. Is getting a very strong energy signature from that direction.
Well, I think it's close.
Is close, or is it a fey creature, maybe? That just passed through.
So that's the thing, is it only tells you if it's a fey energy signature and how strong it is. It does not differentiate between different, be it a creature, be it like a magic item, I don't know, like anything like that.
Well, I mean, I guess we follow the signal and maybe do another sense later on
so-
to see if we.
So that's the end of the first day.
Yes.
So then, as night approaches, that is the turn for what I'm doing. As you guys are falling asleep, you hear rustling in the woods near you. This hulking creature, as the sun sets, emerges from the forest. This giant bloated toad with these green pustules arrives. Everyone, let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a long rest.
We
We
have
just had a long rest.
You
before
just
we
had a
left.
long rest sleeping in the barracks.
Oh,
But you
Thank
did cast you did cast suggestion.
yes, I did try to cast suggestion. That makes sense.
That's a 12 for Horace, and yeah.
Alright, 12 for Horace.
Weird. This is a big frog.
That's a. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry. 17 for Almyre.
17 for Almyre. Alright, Jeatz, did you say already?
I did not because I didn't press the button like I was supposed to. I got a 19.
19, okay.
Very nice.
Standard, start server, copy link. Yes, this creature that I have lovingly named Blowed.
Blowed.
Dude.
Yeah, you see these like green pustules are like occasionally popping on its back. Oh. Okay, let me know if this server worked. I just got a weird pop-up on
I got it.
Firefox. Okay. Yeah, these pustules on its back are popping, and it rolled very well in its initiative, so it does get to go first. It is going to step forward here and is going to exhale a horrible, stinky, toxic breath at all of you. Where
Is
are
this
my props?
Horace,
Yeah, there we
is this
go.
Beppo?
What kind of cone?
I mean, unless he's changed in the last few hours, I don't think so.
Damn, he really got the jump on us.
Oh, it's a line of acid breath. That is my bad.
Oh,
What
that's
is it?
convenient.
20 feet long and 5 feet wide. Okay. I get everyone roll me a freaking luck check, I guess. To see who it attacks.
That was an initiative roll, but I got an 8.
I also
I
got
did
an
not
8.
count my 3.
Oh no.
Oh, 10.
Horace, did you say you also got an 8? I think that's a roll off.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, this frog's looking back and forth frantically.
Natural 20,
I
baby.
fail. I just choose to fail.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to fire its line of acid breath at you. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
A dexterity saving throw. That's a nat 1. I don't fail. Never mind. It was always him all along. It wasn't me.
Oh no! Oh, this.
Pretty good roll.
Oh. That's gonna be 82 acid damage.
82.
And get a.
I rolled
thing.
insanely well on. Well, the computer did, I guess.
This isn't.
about
this still isn't great, but I cast absorb elements to half that.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
God.
So like that's not great. I
This-
would like to point out that that's still 41 damage.
This is some sick April Fool's joke.
This thing has been holding a nasty burp for what seems like years and just unleashes it on you, Jeatz. Oh
Cool.
man. Okay, that takes
Cool.
us
If I had
to-
passed, it would have been 10 damage. But you know, whatever.
That takes us to your turn, Jeatz. Just absolutely blasted by this rank ass breath.
I probably shouldn't ask this, but isn't glitter on me?
Yeah, but unless she's in combat,
Okay, she's Pawpaw rules. Like unless she goes
right?
bungle.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
go over like Almyre, defend him if you need to.
Oh well,
He's weak.
that's the only reason I chose to fail was though the glitter would die. So
Oh
I'm just kidding.
Holy
Pascal
shit,
also died.
I go, I shake that off and I go, oh, that sucked. And then Legendarius the sword of Legendarius is now glowing green with acid, and it's like, huh, that's cool. Probably absolutely useless against this thing, but cool. Okay, so I'm going to.
His best voice yet.
There we go. Had to get a little deeper with it.
I go, Beppo, no!
That's not Beppo.
Yeah, that's
You
your
would've-
turn.
you would've had
Jeatz.
his
I just don't know who Beppo is, and yet.
He's a halfling boy. He's a young halfling boy.
Oh my god.
If next time you
okay.
see him, he'll probably have a long sword that's way too big for him.
I'm gonna cast. Oh no, I need to roll a d20. That's what I need to do. Oh no. Okay, I passed. We're good. I'm gonna cast a, let's say, 4th level fireball on my scary boy. So make me a dex save. Dexterity.
It's a 10. It fails.
It fails. It's gonna take 82. I'm just kidding. 33 fire damage.
33. Okay.
It's a lot of ones. I just rolled. Okay, 33 fire damage. And then I am gonna do the heroic thing and hide behind this tree.
Okay.
Can I instruct Glitter to do something?
Yeah. I mean, she would share Jetz's. Whoever she's attached to at the start of combat is the initiative that she shares. But yeah, you can. If you want her to enter combat, you can.
Oh no, and I need to roll the thing.
I guess it's not worth it. Never mind.
Okay, I will take
Not
her
now.
active initiative. Okay.
I passed again.
Well, now that you removed her, I might want to do something. No.
Right, Almyre,
If it wasn't a giant fucking frog, I might. But
We're in a flood warning, by the way, for the next 2.5 days.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad I live on a hill.
that's fine.
I don't.
Almyre?
Oh, cool. My turn. Okay. I'm going to walk over to Horace. Use this well, and I will cast haste on Horace.
Oh baby.
Boy.
Oh, baby.
So, just as a reminder, for the next minute or until I lose concentration, you have a +2 to your AC. You have an advantage on Dex saving throws, and you gain an additional action on each of your turns. Next turn.
Awesome. Caleb, can you close the door?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What the fuck's a nephrologist?
Can you hear now?
No.
Okay,
Go ahead.
cool. I'm gonna keep listening. Let me just make sure everything's okay.
Well, Almyre, you better hide behind a tree and not lose concentration on me.
That's
I'm going to do some damage.
That is the plan. So that was half my movement, and the other half is gonna go right over here. Maybe 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's as far as I can go.
Okay. That takes us to Horace's turn. Hasted with Almyre's magics.
Okay, long rest. Okay. Alrighty, I will then rush at this frog. I would like to like pick up a beetle or something on the way, throw it up to like try to get its tongue to come out, and I want to like try to like slash its tongue off.
Oh my god. Okay, give me a luck check number 1 to see if you can find one while you're running at this thing. Well, say 15 or higher. You'll
There's
find a
beetles
beetle.
everywhere. Shit, 4. I can't see anything.
Your vision is all blurry because you're just moving
There's-
so quickly.
This giant ass frog and no big beetles. Fine. Alright, I'll get my.
It's a beetle with a big ass.
I'll get 4 beetles. I'll get my thorn out, and I'll do 4 attacks now.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, first attack, second. That's the third one. Alright, first attack and second attack are the same, 23 to hit.
Yep.
Third is a 29 to hit,
Hits.
and fourth is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Damn. Alright. Alright, so damage for those is a 15, 35 total.
All right. Yeah, you run up to this thing, looking for a beetle, unable to find one, but you slice into its front paws, I guess, that's what I'd call them, and chop off like one of its toes, and it just like moans in pain.
Alright, and am I... Can I kind of sneak behind this tree? I have like a glaive, so I have some range, so I wouldn't be like right next to him. If that, I'm not sure if that affects opportunity attacks, but if I can like
well,
kind of sneak kind of...
it's its range, not your range. So if
I guess I'll try to hide behind this tree here.
Okay, so it is going to take a bite attack at you. Actually, no. It's going to lash out with its tongue and try and constrict you, actually. Is a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so you are grappled by this thing's tongue. These are not in alphabetical order.
Just what I wanted to cut off.
And then you are also going to take 23 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 12 poison damage. And then that takes us to its turn. And with you grappled by its tongue, it is going to try and swallow you.
This is how I die. So much for hay.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You are now swallowed by this creature, which is not the first time I think that you have been swallowed by something.
You know I don't.
Okay, so you don't take any damage from that. It just has swallowed you.
Am I still grappled while I'm being swallowed?
You are not grappled anymore after you get swallowed. But that
Perfect.
said, it is going to take its movements to find other things to eat.
Ah, he shit me out.
Let's see. I'll say it sees Almyre first. So it's gonna move there. Okay, Jeatz, it's your turn.
Okay. So he's got him grappled. Is there a?
And in his belly.
He's not grappled anymore, but there is a check to make him throw up, of course.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. But is he in the belly?
Yes.
He's inside.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Would I assume he's taking acid damage while inside?
Yeah.
Okay, then I won't do anything. Bye, Horace. It was nice knowing you, buddy. Just kidding.
I come back as Sir Beppo.
Sir Beppo.
I mean,
he's time jumped.
Come on, that would be an awesome, a new
It's
rolling up a new
Beppo from
character.
the future who has
Shit.
come back in time, and he's like, "I did as you commanded, friends, and I have become
Yeah.
a great knight.
That would be fucking awesome.
I'm here to help you save you. You all lose."
Now you
The
cannot
Great
intentionally die, okay? I know that
He's
you
a
all
human.
want to play that character.
Somehow he's a human.
Next character to die gets to play Beppo.
I trained for 2 days. I'm ready.
Trained so I can play with you guys.
I'm your frog. Ah!
Pulls out a wooden sword.
My mom
Okay.
went away.
I'm gonna cast. Wait, it's hard to beat 9d6, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's other things you can do, you know. Well, I guess support spells aren't necessarily a sorcerer's
Yeah.
strong suit.
I'm gonna cast Disintegrate. No, I'm just kidding. With that question, would that disintegrate Horace?
Wake in a pile of ash.
No, they're distinct. They're distinct.
Yeah,
creatures.
okay, that'd be kind of fun.
That would be
to just,
shitty. But,
just to Thanos him.
right. Yeah.
Although it is great for Horace to be inside the frog, and then the frog to Thanos around him.
Yeah.
You can call me Sir Horace.
I do want to say that you guys are not getting long rests throughout this adventure, in the same way that you guys don't get long rests because you're not in a haven. So just keep that in mind. You can still use the tent.
Yes.
But
I'm not planning on actually using Disintegrate.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Give me out
Oh.
here.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna. I really don't have that many damaging spells without using a bunch of spell slots, unfortunately.
there's always cantrips.
Yeah, but those only do 3d6.
Yeah, but that's free.
It's
Not
true.
that's not a third level spell slot or
Free money.
That's true, but I'm not going to be able to kick him out. I'm not going to make him puke. I need him pukey. I need the pukey. I guess I'll use Mind Sliver. He needs to make an Intelligence 17 saving throw.
Shout out to the one bun.
Cool. He's going to take 7 damage.
Nice.
7 psychic damage. And he also is going to subtract a d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell, "Horace, I helped!" and then move farther around my tree.
Okay.
My head hurts for some reason.
I know you don't like me to not be in a box, but I specifically want to be right here. Is that okay?
As long as you're actually in this box, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I
You
just
just
would
wanna
like to
be
frame that I'm in the curve.
Cupped by the tree.
Yeah. I want to be embraced by the tree's warmth and protection.
Yeah, sure. So yes, the tree hugs you as you hide and cower. Almyre, this hulking beast, is just strided, whatever. Walked up to you.
Ew. Oh, that was so loud in here.
Does anybody
You
ask?
look like a tasty snack.
Oh, he speaks. Are you from the Feywild?
Yeah, suppose so. Hey,
We could-
why's my food talking?
We could take you back if you save us.
No.
I'm going to cast suggestion on this thing.
Oh.
What is that? Wisdom, intelligence? What
The
is it?
wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. Shout out to the
You
two
better not
for
have
I'm
to-
rolling like
There we
shit.
go.
Great. And I will suggest to this creature.
Wallow. I'm just kidding.
You
Put it out, my friend.
Shit.
didn't say
Okay.
spell. Which hand?
It didn't taste too good anyway.
And then on its turn, it will spit out Horace.
Great.
That feels like a very creative way of saying that his breath weapon has recharged, and then he's gonna use his breath weapon.
He spits me out with it.
I do have some bad news, though.
Oh no.
Suggestion is also concentration.
No.
Oh no!
Don't use it. Don't
no.
use it.
So,
Too late, bud.
Wait, do I have exhaustion?
yeah.
You just can only take an action or a bonus action, and your movement's half
No,
next
he
turn.
loses. I think he loses his entire
He loses the turn.
turn. Yeah,
Is that the new one?
One
Because it
turn.
used to be.
probably the new
It used to be
version.
you
No,
could
that's
take
the
it.
old one.
Yeah. It used to be you take an action or bonus action, but not both. It's
That's
like slow.
slow.
Oh,
No.
you're. Oh, okay. I thought it was like slow, but I guess not.
Alrighty, Almyre, what removing or bonus action?
I'd like to move, but he will attack me if I move, won't he?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I just kind of have to cower.
Oh, good news. The Democrat won in Wisconsin.
Oh, great.
Good news. Okay, that takes us, Horace, to your turn. Like it will spit you up at the start of its next turn.
Okay.
So you can attack, I think, from inside.
Well, that if he loses his turn.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, because you are still in this creature at the start of its turn, you are still going to take acid damage, but the first thing it's going to do after is spit you up.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 21 acid damage from its stomach. And then it is going to spit you out, I guess, up against this tree. It's a bit of a tight space. No, it'll spit you out right here. That makes more sense. And then... okay. It is going to then lash out at you, Almyre.
You look tasty.
I bet.
And then it's going to use 2 bite attacks with its tonguey tongue. Oh god. Okay, 15 and a 17.
Misses.
I think those
Both miss.
Okay. And then it is going to try and hit you with one of its pustules. Okay, that's a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Okay. That is going to be 14 acid damage. Okay. Was that D4 for saves?
Yes.
Okay. That takes us to Jetz's turn. Cupped by this tree.
Okay.
Feeling
I cast Make Love with Tree. Just kidding.
You're a sick bastard.
I'm a sick bitch. I'm gonna cast first level Chaos Bolt.
What?
So it's gonna be 2d8 plus d6 if I get, which is a 27 to hit.
Yes.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Very nice.
2d8 plus d6. That's a d6. That's a d8. That's no, that's a d8. This is a d8. Boy, I really probably shouldn't re-roll a d7 or a 7 or an 8, right? He's gonna take 16 thunder damage.
Okay.
And I do
That's a
not
cool
have
thing.
to be able to see him, so I don't come out from behind cover.
Okay.
Okay, and then oh boy. Oh, guess what, guys?
Oh no.
Oh no. I say with a
20
huge smile on my face.
27 cannot be good. Oh god, 27 can't be good.
27 be good.
With a
Good.
27, a
Positive.
20-foot radius cloud of fog centered on
Oh,
me appears.
God.
The cloud follows me.
Oh, wait, for how long?
It says the cloud will surround you for the next hour, or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it.
Okay.
Oh my
I think
God.
I think that is the appropriate radius.
20-foot radius, yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, this toad is completely oblivious because it hasn't like seen it, but Almyre and Horace, you just see like this huge fog cloud just immediately expand in like this huge sphere of the forest.
The way this is worded makes me feel like it follows me, because it says it surrounds me for the next hour.
Yeah, I think that
Okay,
would be true.
cool. Then I'm gonna move.
It is fog cloud, right? So like it's disadvantaged because it's like you can't see.
That's true.
I'm
If
gonna
your
treat
spells,
it like the fog cloud spell.
yes,
the
I think
spheres-
that's what it's supposed to be.
The sphere spreads around it. The area is heavily obscured. And then heavily
not what I want.
obscured. Yeah, heavily obscured, you effectively suffer from the blinded condition.
Bang.
Okay,
That's
so
not
I'm
cool.
gonna
So
move.
I would say your movement would be halved.
I could feel around the tree.
That's true, and I guess Almyre and Horace are fighting it, so based on hearing,
Yeah.
that's
So-
fine. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here. 3, 4, 5. That should give them.
Did you move?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. It may not have.
There we go. Okay.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so everyone is effectively blinded in this combat now.
Oh no.
Yes, but so is he.
Right. So all attack rolls are gonna have disadvantage.
Oh! I didn't think about that. I'm just gonna block him.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is going
Oh.
on?
You can't see a heavily obscured creature. It blocks vision entirely. So if you do one of them, you're basically doing both of them.
Yes, but one, spells that don't need sight don't matter, and two, I'm just trying to make it to where he can't attack my friend.
Right. But then like Horace also has disadvantage.
Right there?
Mm-hmm. 'Cause
you can't see into the
it's
fog
heavily
cloud.
obscured, yeah.
What if you move back one?
No, he's saying that because the frog is obscured, you have
Right.
disadvantage, not because you're in the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that's heavily obscured, it is
I
effectively
s-
the blinded condition when trying to see something in that area.
I mean,
I
have
stand
enough
by my
attacks-
decision.
I have enough attacks where I could hit him a couple
Yeah,
times a turn.
I stand by my decision. I want to blind him, but nobody else.
Okay.
Which I feel like
is
this position does the best of, correct?
Yes.
And I will, as this fog cloud, yell, "Hey, ugly!"
What? What?
Don't
Hey.
eat me.
You probably don't taste too good. I just burped all over you.
I taste better than my friend.
Going up.
Okay.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. That takes us to Almyre.
Oh, it's me. But I can't see the frog, right?
Yes, the frog is effectively covered up, obscured.
Something into the freaking cloud.
Hmm.
But if
I
you
mean-
don't have a spell that requires
Sight.
sight
Yeah, if you had like
Sight.
just a line or a cone.
or a target in range,
Hmm.
Very
a fireball.
Yeah, I was really thinking that. And
listen, Chaos Bolt is chaotic. It does what it wants.
point you choose within range. It doesn't say I have to see the point.
Yep.
Could that? Yep, that is correct.
Well, my friends. I have to get this out to 20-foot radius. So,
Which is effectively the same size as the current fog cloud.
yep. So I need this to be... Oh no, boys. There's no way I can get... Oh no. Never mind.
Do it.
A chess match here.
Just go to the right. Hey.
And include myself?
Yeah.
I'd have
Damn it,
to move.
only you fell for it.
Okay. I'll eat your-
Well, hold on. Hold on. We're going to do this. We're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet this way.
Okay.
And
That's
we
a
are going to...
24 to hit.
You mean to save?
No, it's gonna take an opportunity attack on you. Oh, it's
Nick,
with
oh, see him.
disadvantage. 24 is the lowest I rolled.
Mm.
Wow.
I don't think you can take opportunity attacks if you can't see.
Oh,
think
he's blinded.
Let's see. Opportunity attack. 2014.
They say it fails a check that requires sight.
That is true. You have to see the creature. Okay. Well,
Very nice.
touche. Okay. So then I make a dex save.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be... What is this thing's dexterity? It cannot possibly be that great.
Better than I thought. That's a 17.
Damn. That is the DC.
At least it gets some damage.
Let's get some damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's too bad my D4 doesn't count anymore.
Oh,
Because your con.
oh.
Wait, wouldn't it? Hang on.
No. It's till the end of
Until
my
the
next turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
As my reaction,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use Chronal Shift and make him reroll.
Oh.
Nice.
I kid you not, that was one lower. That's gonna be a 16.
Damn, perfect. 17 was the save. So
There we go. Nice.
There we go, baby. Okay. Not great, but that's 10.
That burns.
I know where he is now.
Yep.
Can I see the fire?
28 fire damage.
28. Okay. That's quite the number. Yeah, this thing's looking hurt. Maybe not quite on death's door. All right.
Great.
Horace, it takes us to your turn.
What's my exhaustion? What is?
You're
what was that?
good now. It was just you basically lose a turn, but you're fine now. So all your attacks are with disadvantage, since you can't. This thing's heavily obscured.
Yeah. Okay. With the fire, I kind of hear him make that noise and kind of scream, burning. Well, he's burning, and so I'll swing kind of where I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So with the disadvantage, it's going to be a 21 for a first.
That hits.
That's going to be a 17
Just hits.
the second. And that's going to be a 19.
That hits.
The third.
Damn, even with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Your attack rolls are just crazy, dude.
You bet.
Crazy.
You betcha.
Okay. That's going to be 8, 16, 20 damage.
All right. Now this thing is on death's stoop.
I'll
Not quite at the door
use.
yet.
Can I trip him? Let's trip him.
Yeah, sure.
So
What,
with
what
disadvantage.
save is that?
Quickly, it's a strength saving throw. Actually, I don't need to roll for that. I'm just doing the 10. Fantastic. Where is my? That's 9 damage.
Oop, another 9 damage. Okay. This thing is one step further up death's door.
Oh, we've hit a fourth of his health, boys.
Okay. So strength saving throw. That's a 25.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna save that one.
Yeah.
Not even a chance.
Okay. That takes us to Blode's turn. Alright. Got lucky.
Damn.
My recharge has not come back.
Thank God.
Okay. So it's going to, I guess, doesn't really know where you are, Jeatz. It knows where the strikes from Horace's lance are coming from. So, with disadvantage, first bite attack is a 13.
Bitch.
Second bite attack is a nat 1. And then its postural attack is shout out to the 2 crew. Shit, dude.
There we go. There we go.
Fucked that up. Okay. Jeatz.
I'm gonna do another mind liver.
That's a fail. It's an 11.
He's gonna take a whopping 5. Wait, no, I can't do that.
Wait, why can't you do mine?
I can't see him. Can't see him. Can't see him. Can I do?
You see him burning though. A faint light.
That's 5 foot on me. I guess I have to do another chaos bolt just so I can hit him.
All right.
That's a nat 20, so that was worth it.
Whoa! Hell yeah.
Cool. So, oh, it automatically did the 4d8. I was like, what? So my 4d8. How do I? Avery, I need a ruling.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because it can't jump. But if this ever comes up again, if I get a nat 20 and roll 4d8. Oh no, the rule is just that
you do max.
It's full damage.
Yeah, you do
and
max
then,
damage, and then
you roll.
Oh, okay. Then I just rolled the 4 dice. Do you want me to just re-roll again for 2d8? I forgot how our crit stuff works, so I rolled 4d8 instead of 2d8. So I know what those dice are now. It was an 8, a 2, an 8, and a 3.
Oh, yeah. So reroll. Disregard the number that rolled on D&D Beyond.
Okay. So 2d8, 6 and 1. Okay, so I'm gonna do 4d8, which is, or no, I'm gonna do 2d8 plus a d6. So that would be 18 plus 7. Or actually, I'm gonna reroll 1d8 with my ability. So 6 plus 4, so plus 10. So that's 18 plus a d6, which is a 3. So 21 damage. I got a 7 and a 4, which is either psychic or force. So I'm gonna do psychic. 21 psychic damage.
This thing had 20 hit points left.
Oh,
so
God.
finish it.
Let's go! I'm going to leave the comfort of my tree, and I'm going to walk up to him, and I'm going to whisper in his ear, I bet you taste bad, and then cast the spell and kill him.
I can't see anymore.
He just like explodes, guts flying everywhere.
Not again!
Everyone do a dex save.
Yeah. No.
That'd be funny.
God. Oh, maybe I should have had him do that. That would have been funny. It's like when you kill him, he actually explodes like those freaking whale explosion videos. It's horrible. Oh, absolutely terrible. Okay. With that, you have successfully eliminated the bloated toad of the Forest of Woe. Now that's a name and a half. Alrighty. And you guys, the sun's going down, so you can rest in your tent for the night. Now I will say, does the tent that I gave you, does it always heal your full HP? Without you guys having to use,
I think it gives us an addition, like a free dice.
Well, we get a first level spell. We get 1d3 hit dice and 1 use of Indomitable.
But you still have to use hit dice to regain hit points. Okay. At least in this case, I think like if you know that you're safe, I would just naturally give you your hit points back without you guys having to use hit dice. But because this whole thing is basically an encounter, I'm gonna have you guys roll hit dice to regain hit points.
Yeah. Oh, so what was the effect again?
1d3 hit dice back to you, and you also regain a first level spell slot.
But so we wouldn't get the hit dice this time because we haven't used them.
Well, you can use hit dice to heal after the encounter, and then rest
overnight
we to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1d3.
Oh, back to 82. Nice.
Okay.
And then a D3.
That's a 3.
That's a D4. What's a D3 look like? Fuck if I know. Oh, I always just have to Google roll a D3.
So with the threat of the bloated toad eliminated, you guys rest for the night as the sun sets in the Forest of Woe. That is where we'll end our session.
Right.
Oh,
Thanks for watching.
that was intense.